Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about this. Salt. Great for steaks, french fries, vegetables, all sorts of other little things. But not for cars. I'll show you why. Okay, so basically, I brought this car and it was a great deal and looked great. The body was, saw a couple of minor rust bubbles on it. I know that the front suspension needed to be changed. It had lots of rust issues, and I've got multiple videos coming up on that as well. But when everything was all done, I brought the car over to the garage to get it certified. And that's to make it roadworthy. So before you can get it insured, it has to have that safety check. So multiple names. I don't know what you guys call it in your neck of the woods, but up here it's called a safety check. Part of the safety check is to make sure that there's no known issues with the vehicle. Bald tires, bad brakes, bad suspension, burnt out light bulbs, all the safety things to have a car to be able to drive it safely on a road. That also includes any type of rust holes. Rust is not an issue. A hole caused by rust is an issue. No matter how small it is, it could be the size of your pinky. It won't pass the safety check up here. So what happened is, well, I got a call from the mechanic, and he says, yeah, you got a problem here. I said, okay, what's the problem? He says, there's a rust hole underneath under the frame. I said, oh yeah. He says, I took a pretty good look at that frame, and it was pretty darn good, because it had been oil sprayed at one point, and that's what we do up here. Is we undercoat the cars for to drive them in winter time. You can undercoat it with the different types of materials, and in this case here was some oil. And he says, yeah. He says, but it's right underneath the rocker panel cover. I says, ew, because the rocker panel cover is made out of plastic, and it covers the rocker panel itself. So right there. So there's the rocker cover. It's upside down. That's okay. It goes like this. Okay, and this is the bottom. This is where you use your jack to jack up the car. Okay, so it's your jack plate, one there and one right over there. And they are strategically placed on the car because in the rocker cover, it's reinforced right there and right there, exactly where these go on. So you have to remove these guys, and I'll tell you a little story about that. That's going to be a lot of fun. But basically, you got at the front of the engine, at the front of the car, you got two 10 ml bolts, nuts. 3, 2, 1. So to remove, you need to take off just two 10 ml screws. Okay. These guys, that goes right into the body. Then you have the jack plates. They are fitted. It looks like this. This one had to be cut, so let's go use this one instead. This one broke partially, so you can see what happens is there's a plug that goes in here, and as it goes in, it expands these 4 wings. Well, no, there's only 3, but they expand these wings outwards and grabs onto the rocker. To remove it, it's a real pain, because what happens is there's a little slot on top of the cover, and there it is right there. And as you can see, so it fits on top there, and there was a little slot, and you got to take that off, try to turn it around a little bit and pull, but there's no way you can pull. So basically what you had to do, or what I had to do, is I just got fed up and I just drilled it right out, and then just popped this thing out of it like there. Okay, and you can see the drill marks in there. But that's the way I had to remove, so I'm gonna have to get some new ones and replace those. Then you have some pressure tabs, 1, 2, 3, 4 right there, and it's just these little guys. You've seen these on cars all over the place. They hold body panels together. Underneath the car, there's clips that will accept this. So, and it goes on the other side of here. So you just pop this, align it with the clip, the body clip, and then just push it in. To remove it, you just pull it out a little bit and the whole thing will come out. Now, on the other side, let's turn this around. And I'll show you. These little panels, these little tabs up on top here. Okay, that's the top of the car. That's where this is going to be. This is the bottom. Right? Those will go on the inside of the door. And you can see exactly where they're going to line up in these holes. Okay, so make sure you got them all. If you're missing some, if you're missing one, it's not the end of the world, I guess. But if you're missing one in a couple, it'll probably be bouncing on you. Make sure you install that, align that. Then you have these little, more types of different little pressure clips. So the body comes in this way and it fits in between this and this. And that little tab right there is going to hold it. It's going to put pressure on it and it'll hold it down. So you got those there at the back. Let's go to the front. Right over here, and you got the same thing here. Okay, right there, all the way there. And right here, by the way, that's a drain plug for water. That's the one that comes in from your cowl right underneath the hood. So it drains into there and comes out right down there. So the problem I had was they found rust, they found a hole, and I'm going to show you exactly what it is, but I'm going to get a light first because it's a little dark underneath there and a little hard to get. So let me get the light and we'll be back. That's beautiful, right? There's no rust anywhere there. A few rust spots here and there. The suspension, yeah, it was rusty. But this is where that cover goes. And it goes all the way up to here, so you can see the difference. You see, all this stuff was hidden under the rocker cover. So to remove that, well, you got to pry it off, and then you find out nice little surprises like this, or like that. That's gonna have to be fixed. So these are not too bad here. We can work with this. You can sandblast around it, clean that up, wire wheel it, whatever you need, whatever you got, grinders, flap discs. But I got a sandblaster, so that's going to help out tremendously. Now here's the big problem. Yep, there's the rear tire, passenger side. You can see the difference right there to there. This is where the cover went, right up to there. Okay, and all the way back to there. So there was a small spot. I've been playing with this. It was just a small little hole right there, something like that, finger size, and that's where the mechanic says, yeah, that's got to be fixed because that won't pass the safety check. So I took it off. I've been playing with this, just pulling it with my fingers, and it's been getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and I'm pretty much at the end of where it's going to be, where the rust, where the loose rust is. So I'm gonna have to cut back in here, around there, put up some nice patches, weld all that back on, make sure it's nice and sturdy and strong to fix it. So the moral here is, if you're gonna be buying a car that's been winter driven, make sure you do the best you can to inspect every little nook and cranny and look underneath the rocker panel itself. I'm going to put this the way it's supposed to sit, like that. So in this case, let's see if I can grab that. Okay, right about here is where we were able to see the hole. And if you can pull this down just a little bit, because it is plastic, and it'll open up, and we saw what the issue was. And had the person before me, or the people, all the people before me, had they undercoated the car, or even better yet, is you have an oil spray and they could have oil sprayed everywhere underneath, between this and the rocker panel. So let me put this back down there, and I'll have to do some repairing and buffing out of scratches and everything else on this. But anyways, so hope this helps. Make sure that when you're checking out a car, look for the obvious spots. In this one here, I'm telling you right now, there was no indications of any type of issues. I mean, look at these, the fenders, the bottoms of the doors, everything was in really, really great condition. But the person that had done the oil underneath it just did not do it where it really counted the most in this case, and that was underneath, between your rocker panel cover and the rocker panels themselves. So, tip of the day, take care of your car. It'll last you a long time. You won't have to do what I got to do over the next week or so. That's going to be cutting, grinding, welding, sandblasting. That's not what I want to do. I just want to work on cars. Body work I've done for years. So anyways, hope this helps, guys. Have yourself a great day and go take care of your car. That's a little bit of the rust pile that came off the car. Yep. Pardon me, but do you have any Grey Poupon?